So it's Sunday and I really just want to make some sort of delicious treat to have on hand throughout the week for nighttime when you're just like really craving something sweet.
Here's a sneak peek, chickpea blondies.
So I'll put the ingredients here in case you guys want to make it with me. So first you need 1 can of chickpeas. You need to rinse and drain the can. So it's actually quite a simple recipe. You're just gonna add everything to the food processor. So we're gonna add the can of chickpeas that have been drained. So we're gonna add half a cup of peanut butter. Alexa, how many grams is half a cup of peanut butter?
Half cup of peanut butter weighs about 130 grams.
One of my favorite hacks. So I'm just gonna put it on the scale and I'm going to zero it and then just take out 140 grams. I find that the easiest way to measure peanut butter, or else you just end up with trying to get it out of a container and that's the worst. Okay, so I'm gonna guesstimate first, just based off of what it looks like. Wow, that's pretty good. 135. Take a teeny bit more. All right. 142 is good enough for me. So the next thing we're gonna add is 1/3 cup of maple syrup. You could realistically use any sweetener that you want. I've also have this date syrup that I've used before that's pretty good. So maple syrup, date syrup, I guess if you wanted to use regular syrup, you could as well, or even honey. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I have this wonderful vanilla from Mexico that I'm going to use. I like extra vanilla, so don't judge me, but I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons. Every time my mom goes to Mexico in the winter, I get her to bring me back. I think this is a liter of vanilla. I go through this like once a year. I do a lot of baking and I also really love vanilla. The next is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Next, we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and then also 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. It already smells so good purely from the vanilla. So now that all the ingredients are in the food processor, we're gonna blend it all up, make it into the batter, and then we're gonna put it into the pan. It smells like cookie dough. So now we're just gonna put it into a pan. I'm gonna put it in this pan. I'm going to butter it first. If you're a vegan, use something else to butter it. I just find when I use olive oil in the pans, it ends up sticking and leaving a very hard coating that I can't get off. So I'm gonna use butter. I literally just take the stick like a savage and rub it on there just to coat it. All right, so the pan is coated in butter. I'm now gonna pour the batter directly into the pan. It smells divine. I don't have any chocolate chips. It recommends just like sprinkling chocolate chips on top or inside of it and you can like mix it in. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate. I don't hate it, but it's just not my favorite. So I'm gonna use these pumpkin seeds instead, just for a little bit of a crunch. So I'm just gonna like take a handful and sprinkle them on top. All right, now into the oven that it goes for 20 to 25 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes.